Judgment. So as humans, we judge. We judge everything. We judge absolutely everything there is to judge about people, food, environments, situations, what we like, what we don't like, and how that relates into our story of what we've deemed as likable, not likable. So the judgment field between each human is huge. And it's not a bad thing. It's a safety response. It's a trauma response in a way to keep us safe, to keep humanity living generation after generation. We have to judge not only each individual person, the environment that we're in, the circumstances, even down to the weather conditions. Is this safe for me? Am I going to be able to survive? Even though we don't always see it in that terms when we're moving through our modern human lives, but at a fundamental level, it's like, am I safe? Am I safe to relate to this person? A lot of this can come up in job interviews. If you have a job interview, you're literally sat there in front of a panel who are judging you, everything about you, from the way you sit, from the way you look, within what clothes you wore, to in how you respond to each question. Every single angle of who you are is being judged, as if you stood at the gate trying to get into some community, knocking on the door into some village saying, can I enter? Can I enter that community, that network, that organization? Will you let me in? And every single one of those people on that panel, yes, it's going to be about certain questions, but a lot of it is going to be about who is that person as an identity? Are they safe? Are they trustworthy? Can I relate to them at some level? Because if I can't relate to them, I can't communicate with them. And if I can't communicate with them, then we're going to have conflict. And in our deep nature, we don't want conflict. We want coherence. We want that resonance with someone that we just relate to who they are and what they're about, and that they can relate to who we are and what we're about. So I would like you to look at judgment in a way that assists us into helping each other. And there are people that will judge every single thing about you, and it will be about their own safety, and that's all it is. I don't feel safe with them because maybe they're too pretty, too clever. Where does that make them feel not safe? Because if someone is in competition with them, they may feel that then their level of who they are and identity within the community isn't safe. But as we move through this expansion into humanity, the relational field will continue to expand. And it doesn't matter if we're completely opposite and you can think, I have nothing in common with this person. At some level, I can relate because I'm human. At some level, I can relate because I want what's best for this world and everyone in it. And it's from that field that we'll all come together and connect. So it's a beautiful question to ask yourself. In that field, am I okay to be judged? Am I okay to be seen? And if I'm okay to be judged and seen, then I can allow the person around me to judge me, to come to a conclusion. Is she safe? Is he safe? Are we safe? It all comes back to the self. Am I safe being me? And the more that person relates to you, the safer we feel. And we are moving into this time of creating community. And again, it will be like-minded people, but it will be on a relational field. And that like-mindedness might expand to people and places that you would never thought you would be able to relate to before, as we start to really light up this planet. And I'll speak to you again soon. I'm Kerry White. Bye for now.